Welcome to Old Mutual Engage. My name is Jeffrey Murimbechi. And joining me in studio this week is Dirk Villion. Dirk, how are you doing?
I'm good, Jeff. How are you?
What do you have for us today, Dirk?
We have some great, exciting stuff.
Okay.
We got a little bit of tag rugby. So those of you that have been watching the show, the tag rugby's been all over the country participating. Today, however, it's a little bit different, and we'll get to that a little bit later. We also had a team in Bulawayo, so the Heath Street Cricket Academy. We've covered that. We have some women's football because that season's about to start, and we're going to end off with the finale, the big finish of week 14 of the National Volleyball League. Well, should we get straight into it?
Yeah, let's get straight into it, man.
Okay, so we'll start with some tag rugby, and tag, as those of you that have been following, has been this initiative that's been all over the country and encouraging kids, probably between 7 and 10-year-olds, Jeff, and they've been playing tag rugby, non-contact, so you have straps around your waist and you pull the tag off. But there's been a great opportunity to involve special needs kids.
Yes, a couple of weeks ago, we actually had, we covered this, Dirk, on the show, when we had the Tag Initiative Trust saying that they're going to include more people. There's kids with special needs, and disability is definitely not inability. And you will see from this footage. And yeah, let's get straight to the action and find out. One thing that did really excite me was the integration between kids from high school and kids with special needs. I know people are wondering, what are special needs? It's a variety of conditions. You know, kids with autism, physical challenges, mental challenges. But you know what? Sport brings everyone together.
Well, here's the challenge, because the physically challenged, or whatever the challenge might be, is those kids really struggle to get into mainstream sport. And unfortunately for them, they don't have the opportunity. Yes, I know that there's the Special Olympics that happens worldwide, so that's an opportunity for them. But the reason why our kids play sport and why we encourage it in our schools is the opportunity for kids to be active. And here's just a great initiative allowing that. The reward, which you'll see, of these special needs kids, because there's a reward all the time.
Every single time.
You pull a tag off,
yes,
it's rewarding.
And unlike other sports where if you're running a race and there are 1,000 people and you come number 944, tag rugby is not like that. Everyone is a winner. It's the first and the best step to get you into mainstream rugby. Let's get to the action.
Silver Lining School is a school for special needs. So we have children with many different disabilities who we teach, and our school is on we share the same campus as Hellenic School in Harare. Well, the main goal is to provide them with an education, and that's different for each child, but to prepare them to be in regular life as much as possible, and those skills range from social to academic, and everything in between.
Today it was a tech day for the Silver Linings guys where the St. John's camp. It was to give interaction to the guys of St. John's as well as the Silver Linings to mix up whilst they are doing many games for tech rugby, which we are doing.
Des. Sunny. Des. Zungi. Des. Des. This is Rafa, everyone. Rafa. Good catch, your Des.
We came out here today. We run a Da Vinci Center at the school where a few of the senior students volunteered to help with the junior boys with their prep and any concepts that they're struggling with. They can come to a senior and ask for help. There's a specific time slot set aside every afternoon for them to help. So we came out here today with the Tag Rugby Trust to play with the boys and the girls from Silver Lining and just interact with them and have a good time, really.
Some wonderful action there, Dirk, and I'm sure for everyone who's got kids and they want to get their kids into rugby and to get into, tag rugby.
Well, having said that, I don't think it's all about tag. I think the main objective is to get kids active, the camaraderie side. Like you saw in the footage, as much as, yes, the vehicle is rugby, but I think the end initiative is just to make sure that these kids are doing something. They're being active. The interaction is important. And here's the thing, and why I think that sport is great, is because there's stuff that you learn on the sports field that you cannot teach in the classroom.
That's true.
So, yes, this is a vehicle which is rugby. Rugby's used to achieve those goals. But to be honest, we can try and do it in other sports. But tag rugby seem to have it right, and I think that it's going to play a big part in the future because anyone can do it.
I love the way there was a major interaction and integration of race, color, as well as age and different type of people coming together. If you want to be part of the TAG initiative, just go onto our Facebook page. The details are below, and you could be a part of this action. Dirk, you were mentioning that, we went down to the Heat Streak Academy. Heat Streak, a lot of you know him as a player, as a coach, and as an all-round funny big guy. What's he doing at his academy?
Well, he's doing some great stuff. He's got a guy who's moved over from India, a guy by the name of Joseph Rigo, who runs the setup for him. Obviously, because Heath's busy, national coach now. I can tell you he's currently out of the country because the IPL starts this week. So he's back in India with his IPL team. But Joseph Rigo, who's on the ground doing a fantastic job. And just great to see, Harari's tried it. They had an academy at Country Club in Newlands, and it worked. However, the initiative needs to be run by someone full-time. So Heath has this academy, proudly sponsored, ironically, by Old Mutual, and doing fantastic things. The kids of Bulawayo getting an opportunity to play the sport. And the great news, talking to Joseph Rigo, is that they're looking to build another one. And that one will potentially be in Harare. So we look forward to that. We went down to Bulawayo with our team to go and see exactly what was happening at the Heath Streak Academy.
I've been Heath Streak's sports agent in his playing days in India. I've represented a number of international cricketers in my career as the head of Global Entertainment Network in India, and Heath invited me to Zimbabwe to join hands with him and establish a world-class facility for the children of this country. And in 2012, I traveled to Zimbabwe at an invitation extended to me by Heath Streak to set up this multi-sports institution, and that began our journey. Cricket academies play a major role in the development of cricket, in the development of children, not only in Zimbabwe but across the globe. As far as we are concerned, we have international coaches, we have very professional training programs dedicated towards children of various age groups. We do structured grassroots level development, which is important in cricket. Basically, when a child grows through various levels, he develops his skills and enhances his playing abilities, and that is the way we are structured our development programs at this academy. We have a lot of tournaments, a lot of leagues. We have international tournaments like the Africa Cup with different nations participating here. Our children travel to other countries. Recently, we were in Africa, in South Africa, to play a triangular series, and basically besides giving them the exposure and the experience and the skills and training facilities at our academy, we give them an opportunity to travel to other countries They gain this exposure, they develop their skills and their potential, and it's an opportunity for them to showcase their talent, where I feel in another 5 years' time, they are ripe for the international stage. We are looking at opportunities of opening an academy in Harare, because Harare is the capital city. There are children there also to be covered up. We are looking at opportunities to open an academy in Harare, and hope plans go well.
Okay, guys.
Basically, our doors are open to any child. We also, at the moment, we've got programs that we run where we are there to support kids on the western sides, the kids that can't afford coming to good facilities like this, where we train kids, and from a professional point of view, our doors are open to basically anyone that's willing to come. Our whole goal is to better the lives of the children, to make them become better cricketers. We've got girls. We're actually working on building a women's team for the different age groups we've got. We've got from colts, we've got even younger than the colts. We've got under 13s, under 14s, under 16s, under 17s at the moment. We take kids from as low as 3 years old. We've got a clinic every Saturday for 3-year-olds to 6-year-olds. We're teaching them the fundamentals of cricket. We're teaching them the basics to cricket in a fun way. We've also got on Saturdays age group under 9s, which is from 9-year-olds to 6-year-olds. And then we move on to the older kids, which is the 10-year-olds, which you'll see, and the older kids, 10-year-olds to 17-year-olds. We have academy team training every Friday, basically for all the kids that come for that age group. So basically we've got those kind of structures in place so that we try and cater for each group and try and do the best that we can for each group at certain times, certain levels, and also get to their level.
My name is Liam Budenda. I'm 9 years old. I go to Whitestone, and I'm the captain of the Colts cricket team. I've learned that if you want to be a good cricketer, you have to respect people. And if you respect people, and then you might come up to be a good cricket player. Because if you don't respect them, you won't be in the team.
My name's Matthew Rust. I go to Whitestone Primary School, and for cricket, I normally field in the cover area, and I enjoy the game. I love coming to this academy because I'm with my friends, and I like my coaches that I have currently because they just make me feel at home.
Some great development at the Heat Streak Academy as well as the tag rugby. We'll take a short break.
As Old Mutual, we have been offering integrated financial services to the Zimbabwean economy for over 110 years.
Welcome to Green Zone. Our vision and passion lies in being our customers' most trusted partner in helping them achieve their lifelong financial goals.
Our aim is to overcome economic challenges by investing and exploring new ways of improving business and developing our economy.
We are investing in power generation through the construction of hydroelectric schemes and renewable energy projects. We simplify financial management with our On the Money, a program developed by studying the unique characteristics of Africa's Big Five. By building low-income housing units, we contribute towards the national vision of providing housing for all.
We upgrade infrastructure at rural clinics.
We set up the Kurera Ukondla Youth Fund to assist the youth and the Distressed and Marginalized Areas Fund to help establish businesses going through a lean patch. The SME sector is pivotal to Zimbabwe, and our assistance to small-scale sugarcane and banana grower schemes helps empower communities and revive the economy.
By setting up information technology libraries across the country, we help educate communities.
To celebrate the diverse Zimbabwean culture, we sponsor and promote the arts. We promote and sponsor schools rugby in selected low-income areas and help develop the cricket legends of the future at the Old Mutual Heath Streak Cricket Academy and encourage health and wellness through Old Mutual road races. Our world-class banking halls and green zones provide customers a congenial environment as they access products and services under one roof.
Smart partnerships extended to communities play a key role in promoting environmental awareness and creating a better future for all.
We are committed to becoming a recognized leader in responsible business and leaving the world we live in today a better place than it was yesterday. Do great things. Old Mutual.
When it comes to quality brands at competitive prices, Rossi Tire can't be beat. Michelin, Nexen, Pace, Hankook, Vulcan, Rossi's got 'em. If you're looking for value-added services, absolutely. 3D wheel alignment, balancing, suspensions, brakes, batteries, you name it. Full vehicle servicing too. That's Rossi.
Koala Park Butchery and Abattoir, suppliers of quality fresh meat to the public. Beef, pork, fish, chicken, polony, sausages and many more. We are the best because we feed them the best. Get your countrywide protein fix now. Buy your quality products in Pindura, Willowvale, Chiremba, Chitungwiza, Kwekwe, Kadoma, Gweru, Bulawayo, Chiredzi and Seke Road. For great meat, great prices, great service and great range, visit our branches now or visit us on Facebook. Koala Park Butchery and Abattoir, Takashinga, Nemombe.
Coming up next, Dirk, is the
volleyball.
The volleyball, yes.
And we're going to finish it off. It's the finale. We've been doing 14 weeks and we finally got through it. And it all culminated down to the last week. But we did it a little bit different. So we got Donald in studio and we caught up with him to basically wrap up the whole season, the teams that we thought had done well and those that are disappointed. Because obviously, and those of you that have been watching, the carrot dangled for all the teams was the winning and the top two teams in the men's and the women's were going to go and represent at Zone 6 in Namibia. So Donald and I took it away. You can join the action with us as we wrapped up the last week of the 2016 season of the National Volleyball League. So it's all boiled down to week 14, the last week of the National Volleyball League for 2016, and what a season it's been. It's been fantastic. We've gone all over the country and we've covered the action. And just to sum up the last week of competition, I'm joined with Donald. Donald, for you, 2016, a good season?
Yeah, very good season. 4 teams fighting for the league title. It's quite good, actually.
And your sort of highlight for 2016, what would you say would be the highlights of the season?
Well, firstly, I would take it, use it. A very good performance by them, especially judging by their 2015 season. And also a very good addition, young players from the university teams. I must say we should be continuing to have those ones as we progress.
Okay, well, those of you that don't know, the 2016 season constituted, when we started, 8 men's teams and 8 women's teams, the best from around Zimbabwe, competing for the title of champions for 2016 in the National Volleyball League. And what that also meant was that champions went and played in Namibia to go and represent Zimbabwe at club level. We'll start with the women's league. Yes, we've arrived at the last week of competition. Fair to say it's done. Support unit have won it. Any surprises there? They train hard, and we've been down to some of their coaching facilities and the work that they put in. Stars, I thought, would give them a good run. But in the end, any surprises?
Well, the major surprise will be University of Zimbabwe coming in second place. A very good team, and they've had some experience from Korea. So I wasn't expecting them to be in the second place. I was expecting them to maybe run away with the league. But credit to support unit, very good technical team, very good organized team.
Okay, well, also, lots of new teams in the league this year. As you might not know, the competition runs countrywide in a provincial structure, and then you qualify for the National League. Some new teams we've seen this year, Donald, and as much as maybe they didn't put in the results that they expected or the public expected, But volleyball must be healthy. These teams will get better, and great to see that new blood coming in. You mentioned new players, but new teams are going to be competing as we go along. That must be good for the league as well.
That's very good for the league. You look at Chinhoyi University, you look at the University of Zimbabwe, they've got an average age of 22, which is quite good for the league and also for the future of volleyball.
Okay, well, the Women's League is concluded, and as we said to you, support unit will go and represent Zimbabwe in Namibia at the end of the year. But more importantly, the men's competition was down to the last week, and as you've been following the broadcast and the footage we've been giving you, it was left down to sort of three teams, in my opinion: support unit, CBZ and NABA. Support unit needed NABA to not win or not win as comfortably. They were up against Black Rhinos. NABA, as you've said to me before this weekend started, NABA needed to win 3-0 or 3-1 against what I thought was a very average Black Rhinos team. Surely they can do that.
Well, Black Rhinos are not easy customers. It's a very good team. I was expecting them to be in the top 3 or top 4, but maybe not for this year. But it's not an easy match for them.
Okay, well, I guess also the added pressure, Donald, is that here you've got support unit who are sitting, they're relaxed because there's nothing they can do. They're relying on a result. However, NABA, it's all left in their hands to win it or lose it. If we were in week 1 or week 2 and someone said to NABA that you had to win 3-love or 3-1, potentially at the end of the weekend there's no outcome. If you did it, you did it. If you didn't, it didn't really matter. This now is for the championship. 3-0 or a 3-1 win is needed to lift that trophy. Surely that's added pressure as well. You're a player. What kind of pressure would NABA be experiencing going into this?
Well, huge pressure. You have support unit sitting at the stands there, and you know how players are, you know, taunting. And then you have a situation that you need at least to minimize the other team to at least a set and not 2. Remember, if NABA win this one by 3-2, it's not good enough for them for their sets quotient. So it's a bit added pressure on the players, on the technical team for NABA. And also, there's less pressure on Black Rhinos. They know they have nothing to play for anymore, and they'll just give it their all. This is the last game of the season.
Well, talking about the last game of the season, it's about to happen, and we're not going to keep you in suspense anymore. We're going to go and join the action. It's NABA up against Black Rhinos. It's a must-win game, and even more importantly, a must-win. If they win 3-2, they're done. Support unit win the league. It's got to be 3-0 or 3-1. Let's go and see what happens in that action. Let's see if NABA can lift that trophy. We join the action in the fourth set, and NABA currently leading 2-1. It's a must-win set, as we've said before. For NABA to lift the trophy, they would need to win 3-1. They have lost that one set already, so this is non-negotiable. It is an opportunity for them to lift the trophy today and not it have to go down to permutations with the other teams. They can ill afford serves like that, can NABA. So Black Rhinos to serve. And that's not a very good serve themselves. So slightly left off the hook. Great spike coming in from Black Rhinos. Fantastic height, but the spike finding the net and unable to capitalize on a very good set. So NABA to serve. Nice firm serve. This will have to go over the net, and again an unforced error. So Black Rhinos doing themselves no favours. They've got a very nervous NABA team exactly where they want them. NABA know, and all the spectators and the Black Rhinos team know it as well, is that this set could potentially crown NABA as champions for 2016. Again, deep with the serve. The set's a bit far back, and again, on 3 occasions now, the sets have been a little bit deep for Black Rhinos to force any kind of pressure. That one's gone under the net. So a nice little sequence of play for NABA. A couple of points for them. Nice height and a fantastic spike. That's volleyball that champions are meant to play. The timeout called, and the coaching staff just helping their team through what is a little bit of a nervous period. Again, that's the difference between setting it up for a good finish on the spike as opposed to being a little bit deep that we've seen from Black Rhinos. Again, the service is firm and deep. Over the back, so another point to Naba. Looked like a touch on the hand and out the back. So Black Rhinos are fighting back. A couple of points themselves. Bit of a scramble from Naba. And confusion in the ranks, but all okay at the moment. Great work from the blockers of Naba. And their big number 5 now will serve. A few worried faces in the back. The teammates from Naba, they can't sit down. I'm going to decide whose point that is awarded to Naba. It looked like it was quite a good spike from Black Rhinos. They've done well to keep that ball alive. And a little bit wayward, so no opportunity to kill that point off. They'll have to set again. A dummy runner. Spike, fantastic again. What great height and athleticism from the big number 5 of Naba. We join the action, Black Rhinos serving. And that's not a good serve. So out the back. There's some cheers. Well, the referee says no. Naba thought that that point was theirs. The crowd waiting in anticipation. Another timeout called, and Black Rhinos on this occasion may be sniffing an opportunity that if they can just get it right, that they can beat this potential championship side, Naba. They still have a lot of work to do. All giving their opinions and their input. So Black Rhinos to serve. Dummy runners again, and just the little lob over the top. That's a good point from Naba. It's not always all about aggression and power. And they can almost smell victory. Again, the dummy run is good, and they somehow keep that ball alive. And there's the conclusion, is Naba will be crowned champions for 2016 with a 25 points to 20 victory.
Munoona mkoma jo musi uya wamakauya kuchechu yako ndanga ndakasuruvara zvisingambobvi makandibatsira wena.
Dambudziko rako ringavari
mari shamwari chituko ini yangu inenge tori nemuyedzo chaiyo
pamwe ndingagona kubatsira ndine karuzivo kandinako panyaya yezvemari
ende zvamunoona ndakatanga kuita bhajeti musi iwouya ndini ndakariita ndega ndikakwanisa kusevha mari ndikaziva kuti ndaiwana mari ndichishandisa mari ndosara nemari.
kana uchida kubata mari yako zvakanaka ziva zvinhu zvitatu izvi: unowana mari, une zvikwereti zvipi, uye imari iya unokwanisa kushandisa. Shandisaiwo nzira yema-elephant envelopes kunyora chinhu chega chaunozoda kutenga mugore rinouya. Ukadaro haurasi. Rangarirai kuti zviri pamari.
When it comes to quality brands at competitive prices, Rossi Tire can't be beat. Michelin, Nexen, Pace, Hankook, Falcon, Rossi's got 'em. If you're looking for value-added services, absolutely. 3D wheel alignment, balancing, suspensions, brakes, batteries, you name it. Full vehicle servicing too. That's Rossi.
As Old Mutual, we have been offering integrated financial services to the Zimbabwean economy for over 110 years.
Welcome to Greenzola. Our vision and passion lies in being our customers' most trusted partner in helping them achieve their lifelong financial goals.
Our aim is to overcome economic challenges by investing and exploring new ways of improving business and developing our economy.
We are investing in power generation through the construction of hydroelectric schemes and renewable energy projects. We simplify financial management with our On the Money, a program developed by studying the unique characteristics of Africa's Big Five. By building low-income housing units, we contribute towards the national vision of providing housing for all.
We upgrade infrastructure at rural clinics.
We set up the Kurera Ukondla Youth Fund to assist the youth and the distressed and marginalized areas fund to help establish businesses going through a lean patch. The SME sector is pivotal to Zimbabwe, and our assistance to small-scale sugarcane and banana grower schemes helps empower communities and revive the economy.
By setting up information technology libraries across the country, we help educate communities.
To celebrate the diverse Zimbabwean culture, we sponsor and promote the arts. We promote and sponsor schools rugby in selected low-income areas and help develop the cricket legends of the future at the Old Mutual Heath Streak Cricket Academy and encourage health and wellness through Old Mutual road races. Our world-class banking halls and green zones provide customers a congenial environment as they access products and services under one roof.
Smart partnerships extended to communities play a key role in promoting environmental awareness and creating a better future for all.
We are committed to becoming a recognized leader in responsible business and leaving the world we live in today a better place than it was yesterday. Do great things. Old Mutual.
Our next game was a women's encounter. It was support unit, so the ladies division from support, and they were up against ZRP Morris Depot support unit in their blue clothing. They were up against Morris Depot in their green and yellow. We catch the action in the third set, two comfortable victories for support unit, 25-20, and the second set going in their favour as well, a little bit easier, 25-18. And if anything like their men, they have the opportunity to train a lot more than most teams. You would expect them to be a lot better drilled than the other teams that don't have the time to get together. They'd need to do some work with Morris Depot if they were going to salvage anything from this game, because they very quickly found themselves 2-0 down. And into the third set, a great rally by the two teams. A spike coming in. And it was decided that it was in, so support unit continued serving. That's a great serve, a nice dip at the end. Unable to capitalise on the set, so just managing to get it back over the net. And bad positioning there from support unit. There was an opportunity for another point there. So Morris Depot's serve, what great power from support unit, and pretty similar to the men's team as well. Some good height in the setup of the support unit team. Their defenders and their spikers at the front of the net. Get nice and high. That's a fantastic line drive. Looked like a change of hands as well. So some great volleyball into the third set of this game. Confusion amongst the ranks of ZRP Morris Depot. An ace from support unit. Looked like a touch on the net. Just not managing to find the rhythm that they need. A confusion amongst the girls from ZRP Morris Depot. And looks like just way too much firepower. Again, keeping the ball alive, but having to just push it back over the net to keep the game alive, as opposed to being able to capitalize on that occasion. Clever thinking. It's not all about power from support unit. It's the clever little shots over the defenders as well. Again, it's girls scurrying all over the court from Morris Depot. Another point for support unit. So an opportunity which we haven't seen much of for Morris Depot to try and claim some points and to serve. But again, it looks like the middle of their court a little bit unorganized. Every time the ball falling into the middle, they not really being able to capitalize. Again, just getting it back over the net and allowing support unit to really build some power. 21 points to 8 into the third set. I did not think that at any stage that Morris Depot would come back in this game. Again, another great point. So they continued to trade blows. Yes, Morris Depot did win some points, but most of the action showing very clearly that support unit, a powerhouse in volleyball in Zimbabwe, well organized, lots of time to practice, up against, got to be said, a little bit unorganized ZRP Morris Depot team. And there's a perfect example. There's the coach writing his notes, and very few and far between opportunities to showcase any serving from Morris Depot. Again, very weak from the girls in green and yellow. So as it was, 2 sets to love. The first one 25-20, the second one 25-18. Again, the third set, very comfortable victors, support units, as they do their celebratory jig. 25 points to 18, and a very comfortable win for them. They'll be very happy with that as they try and fight for honours and maybe some trophy or silverware in the 2016 edition of the National Volleyball League. So our last game of the day for week 8 was Nubba up against Morris Depot. Morris Depot's ladies team going down pretty heavily to support unit a little bit earlier on in the day. The Nubba team, a surprising side, sort of fair to say, social volleyball players who have been in the structures for many years. And got to be said, maybe fair to say, a sort of old boys team, but they've got some real talent in this setup, some great athletes. We joined the action in the third set, and Nubba having won the first 2. The first one was reasonably tight, 25 points to 20, and then the second one, Morris Depot, pretty similar to their women's counterparts in their game, unable to really find any rhythm. They went down pretty heavily, 25 points to 10. So So an opportunity for Naba. They've always got smiles on their faces. They really enjoy their volleyball. They were 2 sets up and they smelt victory in this third set. However, every chance that Morris Depot could pull it back, but it was going to take a monumental effort, and serves like that, just giving points back to the men in red and blue, was not going to help their cause. They needed to be semi-structured, a lot better than their women's team, to ensure that they came up against Naba. Naba are a well-balanced side. They've got a good serving game. Their spikers and their attack are very good, and well-organised as well in the middle of the court, where we've seen a lot of teams fall short. Their players know exactly where to be, and they have that experience, and no doubt firm favourites in maybe winning the league for 2016. Spike comes in, and too long off the back. Noise! That was just poor from Morris Depot, unable to get that ball back over the net. A scramble from Morris Depot keeps the ball alive, but some dummy runners, and pretty good work from Morris Depot as well. The hand was there, but no one was going to get the rebound off that hand, and that's more that's needed from Morris Depot to see if they can win a couple of games and try and take this to maybe 4 or 5 sets. And, they do have a lot of power. Tall number 5 to serve for Naba. Good block, but the power was there from Morris Depot, and the hand making sure that the ball went outside the court. Set is good, and all of a sudden Morris Depot just finding a little bit of momentum. That's what they need to get them through this game and to try and extend this encounter again. So a nice little passage of play from the men in green and yellow, showing that they are part of the structure. Serve is good. Sort of blank looks from Naba, because they'd expect more from themselves. That's a good set. Very clever. But Morris Depot saw the opportunity, got the ball back, but equally as good was the spike return from Naba, giving them the serve back. Good block. Well organised, this Naba side. A point awarded to Naba. Looked like a net touch. A set not close enough to the net, and Naba been able to get that one back on this occasion, finding the space behind the blockers. A very clever play from Morris Depot, catching them unawares. So they traded blows in this third set. A much better performance from Morris Depot, but what power from Naba, aiming for the back of the court and unable to control that. Not a very good serve from the men in red and blue, but they look pretty comfortable. They seem to have this encounter in hand. As much as the coach would like to see them finish it off, Morris Depot fighting hard, and unfortunately for them, what we've seen in this set has put them back a little bit, because if they played like this in the first 2 sets, they might have pulled one back. So in the end it was 3 sets to love to Naba, 25-20, 25-10 and 25-18, winning it pretty comfortably, 3 sets to love. And a good victory for them as they continue to fight for their chances of winning the 2016 league. That was the final point to just crown them as victors for this game.
When it comes to quality brands at competitive prices, Rossi Tire can't be beat. Michelin, Nexen, Pace, Hankook, Falcon, Rossi's got 'em. If you're looking for value-added services, absolutely. 3D wheel alignment, balancing, suspensions, brakes, batteries, you name it. Full vehicle servicing too. That's Rossi.
Quality without the fuss. Look no further. Come to us.
Rossi.
Joe! Adam! How are you, Dada? The winner of 10 games in a row. You are the greatest, sir. You're the best. Sure. I'm here to thank you. So if it wasn't of the secret of the big five, I'm sure we wouldn't be winning.
Ndara Joina, I gave up. These people, 17 goals, and we only managed to score 1.
We started by looking at what sports goals were in life. Once I was certain of my goal to getting a car,
I thought of that car like a leopard.
I started planning on how best I can do it.
I saved a big deposit. That's why I can afford low monthly payments.
The secret of the leopard is that you need a powerful vision if you're serious about getting wealthy. Create your vision right now and think about it at least once a day. You'll be amazed what can turn into reality. But remember, it's only money.
Wow, Naba have done it. 3-1. Donald, they lose the first set. The second set so tight they pull through. And then the last two pretty simple. But what a game to crown the champions of the 2016 season.
That's great character from champions. They've shown that they're champions, and I'm quite sure that they're going to show it as well going into Namibia for the Zone 6 games.
Well, you know, as much as support unit would be a little bit upset that they haven't won the trophy, the sort of second best prize is that they will be going to Namibia, am I right?
Yes.
Okay, so that's good news. At least they both go. But like you said, champions need to come through pressure situations like this. Naba have proved this. And I doubt anyone in the volleyball fraternity would say Naba weren't worthy winners. It was a great performance from them to win it in this last weekend and be crowned champions.
Yes, exactly. And they did not have quite a good start. Remember, they lost to ZRP Morris Depot in Chinoi there. And then coming through, recovering, and coming through, marching past support unit and CBZ. It's a good test, and they've passed that test.
Well, it's been great, the 2016 season, and Donald's been with us, and we've discussed some of the league, and Donald's been part of it, and it's been a great season. All that was left was to go back to the University of Zimbabwe and actually hand over those trophies and medals for the winners. It was the volleyball fraternity gathering at the University of Zimbabwe, where it all started 14 weeks ago to finish off and crown the champions for 2016.
Congratulations to those that have won this edition of the Zimbabwe Volleyball National League. Congratulations to all of us. This has not been very easy, but we see today ourselves with the media coverage and a very positive step towards attaining, good corporate sponsorship. The zone has also introduced beach volleyball in this year's edition, and I'm hopeful that Zimbabwe will also be fielding a number of beach volleyball teams. Zimbabwe has also applied to host next year's edition of the Zone 6 Senior Club Championships. And it is my hope that we are going to lend the right to host these games, or maybe I'll be able to rig to ensure that Zimbabwe hosts the club championships. But all the best to Zimbabwe. We are so excited to have Zimbabwe being a permanent feature in our Zone 6 Senior Club Championships. And to the teams that are going to Namibia next week, I wish you all the best.
Our bronze winners for the 2006 Zimbabwe National Volleyball League edition was Bulawayo Spartans. Receiving on behalf of Blawa Spartans is the Mashonaland South chairperson. Let's clap hands for Matebelen, sorry. Matebelen South chairperson. The problem of staying in Mashonaland for far too long. Our silver medalists are UZ Wolves. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, UZ Wolves. The winners on the women's edition. Support unit. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, support unit. Can we ask the representative, the team captain, to come and receive the shield? Thank you very much. Now we go on to the main section. On number 9 was Chino University of Technology. On number 8 was Great Zimbabwe University. On number 7 was Miami Air Force. On number 6 was Zeta P. Morris. On number 5 was UZ. On number 4 was Black Rhinos. And our bronze medalists are CBZ. Can you lift up your medals, please? As your motor level goes up. Now we go on to our silver medalists. Support unit. Let's clap hands for can you proceed? Thank you very much, support unit. The champions on the men's league, the champions of the 2016 Zimbabwe National Volleyball League on the men's section is none other than Naba. Squash, sorry. Come, guys, come. Yep. Vakurema vana. Vanonakidza kana makani vadoro. Oh, done for them. Receiving. Can you have attention, please? Can you have attention? Receiving the prize, now receiving the shield for the games. The team captain Shama.
So it's done. 2016 season over. Championship is crowned, both men's and women's. Donald, as much as it's finished for us from a Zimbabwe National Volleyball League for 2016, good news for some of the teams. They'll be going to Namibia. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, they're going for the CAVB Zone 6 Club Championships. For the men, you've got Support Unit and NABA. And it's quite good for Zimbabwean volleyball because you've got the first position and the second position representing Zimbabwe. And as well, in the women's category, we've got Support Unit, who came first, and University of Zimbabwe representing Zimbabwe in Namibia. And it's quite good for Zim volleyball.
Well, great news for Zimbabwe volleyball. So as much as we are done, our teams will now go and represent the nation as a club and as universities. Great to see Support Unit, great season for them. The men's and women's team going. Unfortunately for them, they couldn't do the double. The women winning it, the men coming second. NABA will take that experience and the championship profile that they showed in this last week, and they'll take that to Namibia. We wish them well, and we hope that you will catch us again next year for the 2017 edition. Donald, thank you very much for all your input this year and joining us. It was great to broadcast volleyball for 2016, and we hope to see you next year for some more fantastic action.
Welcome back. A fantastic wrap-up of the volleyball. We've got NABA and Support Unit and the UZ coming out tops. NABA winning the men's, Support Unit coming up second in the men's, and Support Unit, quite right, bringing two teams in the men's and the women, and they came second in the women's as well because the UZ had taken it.
Yeah, so great to see that two teams from men and women will be off to Zone 6 in Namibia. And can only be good for the development of the sport and future. But that has wrapped up the 2016 edition of the National Volleyball League, and we look forward to, we're hoping September, October, when the 2017 season starts. Will they be the same teams? We don't know. There will be a promotion and qualification preparation before the National League kicks off, but we'll wait and see, and we'll bring you all that action.
Throughout the rest of the week, you can catch these and other stories on our Facebook page. That's right below there. And you could actually email us hello@sand.co.zw. Join us next week and we'll have more action for you, as always, on Old Mutual Engage.
Yeah, we'll be bringing you more action next week. We had promised you some triathlon. We promised you marathon and golf. So we've been frantically working and putting that together, and we'll bring that to you next week. But for now, we are done. It's good night from us.